Well, good morning from Izmir, Turkey. We are going to take a tour with Ventura Shores. We are going to go to see the House of Virgin Mary. We're going to Ephesus and explore around there. And I think it's going to be I'm not going to jinx myself, but it sounds like it's going to be a good tour.
Listen, it's going to be a great tour, Sharon. You can jinx yourself all you want. It's going to be a gorgeous day. The sky looks great. And we pulled in here into the port. It's a very commercial looking port, but on one side we can see a lot of the city coming in. Let me turn the camera around and show you guys what we're looking at here. So we're just getting docked right now, and what we're going to do is we're going to be leaving the port area, walking, I can only presume, out that way. And once we exit the port, we're going to meet up with our tour guide from Ventura Shore, like Sharon said, and we're going to take off. We're going kind of far. I think it's going to be an hour, maybe even a little over an hour away from the port by the time we get to where we're going to spend the day. Can you believe we're in Turkey? I mean, who would have thought we'd ever say that? All right, now this is another first. This is a big first here in Izmir, Turkey. Touching down, first time ever. Mentioned it's a commercial looking port right here, but we're gonna get to some beautiful countryside here shortly. All right, well, we walked right out of the terminal, and immediately to the right were our guys from Ventura Shore with signs that said sharonatsea travel, bus 1, bus 2, bus 3, bus 4. I mean, how easy was that? They've got us all separated into these, I don't know, we'll see what size buses they are, but I think we'll be comfy. I hope we'll be air conditioned. And it's gonna be a lovely day here in Izmir. All the buses out here, all the Norwegian buses are just waiting out here.
There is one person, so 4 people is missing.
Wow, okay, here we go. This is our ride. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. All right, there we go. Looking back at the port. There's our ship. And here we are, nice ride. All right, so how about an update from our awesome Mercedes van here that we're in. Alex, our tour guide, fabulous, spent the first 20 minutes of the ride just talking to us about just everything about Turkey. Lots of information about the area, the surrounding area, the relationship with other countries, different things like that. We're driving out to the House of Virgin Mary is our first stop of the day. He told us a lot about some of the economy information. We talked a little bit about Turkish rugs, foods, stuff like that. So we're comfortable. We're getting great information. This tour is starting out fabulously. We got a nice little bus here. Everyone's quite comfortable, air conditioned. So far, an awesome start. Well, we are entering the area, the House of Virgin Mary. We just drove up the hill. It's our guide just telling us where he'll be when he walks us up here, and then we get to look around on our own, giving us all the details on the restrooms here. Appreciate that very much. So we passed by the city of Ephesus at the bottom of the hill. We came up to the top of the hill. We got about a 2-minute walk here to go see the House of the Virgin Mary. Oh, it looks like they got snacks and drinks here when we're done. Our guide was telling us this is a pool that people once thought this was part of the church. It was really just a place to collect water to have up here at the top of the mountain. All right, so here is the House of the Virgin Mary. Our tour guide's been amazing. He told us some stories about how, basically Mary's kind of hiding up here. She was up the hill, about a 40-minute ride on a horse, or maybe a donkey back then, from the town of Ephesus. She stayed hidden up here, and these were just some of the last years of her life. And there are some rumors about whether or not she was really here or not, and there's been some proof to be told. So we heard some of those stories on the way here. But very interesting stuff. If you have a history of following the Christian faith or Catholic, this could be a little special spot for you. Well, that was pretty neat going through the house there. No photos, no video taken in the actual House of Mary. You can always get a little Virgin Mary house souvenir right here, of course. But pretty cool. Matthew, how was it going in the House of Virgin Mary?
It's very interesting. It's very, I think, very calming experience. You go in and you just kind of look at some of the cool stuff in there. Similar to our other experiences on this trip, going into a lot of the basilicas and churches and chapels, and just seeing some of the artwork inside and some of the depictions and all that. I think it's very moving.
It was kind of interesting. There's a wall of little offerings, little handmade dolls and things like that, it looks like here. You can leave a little something here. All right, so the way up is pretty packed. Quite a line to get up there. Our guide was adamant about use the restroom after you get up the line, because there are a ton of people in line to come here. You can save a lot of time. Then the walk down is on a different path. So you kind of zip right through back to the waiting area where the buses are. All right, we're heading back to our very, very comfortable van right here. Plenty of buses, lots of Norwegian cruise line excursion buses here. But it was nice that we got in a little early and didn't have to wait in the massive, massive line.
That's why while we are walking through Ephesus, I want you to be very careful. I want you to watch your steps. I have seen many people falling down, especially in Ephesus. Please be careful in Ephesus.
All right, well, here we are. We've made it to Ephesus at the bottom of the hill. Once the fourth largest Roman population, I think, is what our tour guide was saying, and now just reduced to rubble. And we have tickets with our guide. Otherwise, looks like you can get yourself tickets here on the way in. Our guide Alex giving us some great information about some of the history of what we're seeing here as soon as we entered into Ephesus.
The building behind here is the water cistern.
Here, our guy pointed out that that was a connection to the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Unlike many places, Ephesus, in parts of the city, had actual running water 2,000 years ago through the clay pipes that you see on the ground over there. Pretty cool stuff. This was a port city. What is now dry land 2,500 years ago, 2,000 years ago, was water coming all the way up. So this entire valley was once all part of Ephesus, all the way up the side of the mountain there. Going all the way up the side of the mountain there were homes and houses and things like that. Ephesus. All right, I say Ephesus, Ephesus. You know what I'm talking about. But he said that probably lots of things are still underground, under dirt up there, that have been buried over the many, many years. And they haven't even begun to unearth and uncover some of those things.
The one in the middle is called Corinthian style. You can see a kind of leaves or artichoke leaves.
You keep encountering this marble. It's so slippery.
I recommend step on cracks. Here, they will keep you from slipping, from sliding. Nike.
Nike. The goddess of victory. The originations of the Nike logo right in here. Very, very cool. A lot of history here. This is a very cool spot right here. Way cool look. Holy cow. That is awesome. This is pretty awesome. Huge amphitheater here. So now basically as we exit Ephesus, we mentioned earlier how this is a port city. Basically, if you were to go down this way here, if you see the last column on the top left, that would have been the last column. Beyond that would have been the water. And we're basically at sea level right now. So just past that would have been the port. The water would have stretched all the way to here 2,400 years ago. And this is the port town of Ephesus. Pretty cool stuff. Wow, look at that amphitheater from there. The next stop we have here is a carpet weaving store or plant or factory or whatever the term is. But this is actually showing these ladies making carpet. We talked about the prices can vary greatly, but it really is based on the difficulty and detail of the design they're working on here. Hey, what's the price on this one right here? 48,000. Does that say 48,000 lira? So what's that? 48,000 is $1,000.
Yeah.
We saw a little bit about the process of how they make these rugs, carpets. Now we're seeing just a lot of different examples of them they have here. Some amazing, amazing things. I mean, it's unbelievable. I don't know, they're just going to show us some stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to show
Wow.
you the difference between three types of carpets we produce.
So this tour has been just fabulous so far, and coming to this place was really a nice treat. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of a sell, but it's not too hard of a sell on all the stuff. The carpets and things like that. They have jewelry here as well. Silk scarves, things like that. And right out here is just a beautiful little area where they've got, I don't know, maybe some peach trees or fig trees, I think might be what those are. And this is gorgeous too. Just a beautiful little spot here in Turkey. Uh-oh, I better watch out. Sharon, there's nothing in there for you. Nothing in there for you, honey.
I kind of think,
Stay away.
For some reason, I'm intrigued by that little ring right there. A little one right in front.
Don't ask how much it is. All right, our next stop here on the tour is a leather shop. Leather and fur, and this appears to be a high-end place here. I think we're gonna have a little show coming up. We're gonna have the chance to buy some big-time leather products. So right now we're getting a little show difference between the leather. We're looking at cow leather versus other kinds of leather. All right, so now we've been let loose in the showroom, looking at a few different things. The one thing that caught Matthew in my eye was this jacket right over here. But this bad boy here, $1,300, but 55% off of that.
Use it this way, you're going to be
All right, I think we're in some kind of trouble here. Sharon, what's the price of that? Uh-oh, Riley. You look good in that. All right, on our ride home, we're being serenaded by the other bus driver. These guys are connected through their Bluetooth speakers. Woo! Perfect.
Well, we're back at the port. We had a great day on this excursion. I think this was one of the best. I will say this is probably the best excursion that we've taken this through. Now, we've had some days where we've done our own things that have been amazing as well. But as far as excursions go, this has probably been the best excursion.
I agree.
Yeah. And again, we did book this through Izmir Shore. and the company names that that they linked up with for the tour was Curio Travel. So
That's right.
They were amazing.
And don't forget to give Alex a big shout out. Our tour guide was great, but all the tour guides were great because we had like 4 different buses with a bunch of our people. So everyone seemed really happy. I think it worked out great for us.
Yeah, it did. Some people bought some Turkish rugs, some leather jackets.
Oh, yes.
We went to the House of Virgin Mary. We went to Ephesus and visited all around there and did a little shopping. We had some local food, and they just gave us a little fashion show as well. So it was a lot of fun.
That was a great day.
Yeah.
All right, so here we are. We're getting back on the cruise ship now. Hey, do us a favor. Before you check out, if you enjoyed the video, how about you hit that subscribe button? Maybe hit the thumbs up too. Share it with some people that are going on a cruise to anywhere, especially to Turkey here in Izmir. And until next time.
Remember to travel safe, travel smart, and we will see you in the next video.